And his punter, Ethan Evans, going to send this one away. And off we go from Dallas. From his own end zone, here we go. And this drive will start inside the 25.
On the return. The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's first and 10. First play is to the air. Dump off to his fullback. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Looking to throw here. Oh, he nearly starts the game off with a pick. Just couldn't hang on to it. Good defensive play, though, regardless. It's going to bring up third down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So they dodge an opening drive turnover, but this drive could stall out if they don't convert here. It's third down. They'll air it out on third. He's got it. It's complete to Pickens. Great job rallying to the football. They get him down right at the marker. Fourth down.
11 yards. It's fourth down.
All set to go now from the 35. Now running here with Jaden Blue. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. They'll get 16 yards on that play. And that'll be good for a Dallas first down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10. Setting him on the dive. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
So it'll be another first and 10 for him, Brock, down at the opposing 37. First giving the game to the rookie from Oregon. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got second and 11. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
This time it's a passing play. Finds him over the middle. And how about this, Brock? They gain 11 on second down. Nice work to claw some back. They make it third and short.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Get the fullback involved here. And he'll get them enough for a first down. Love the way they decided to keep the drive moving, Brock. Pounding it forward, setting an early tone on this opening drive.
It sure does, both physically and then mentally as well, because you know and I know, successful run often leads to great play-action pass.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now off the play action. That's Harris on the right side. And he nearly gets him another 1st down as they force him out just shy of the marker.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Blue running to the right. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys finish up an excellent opening series. Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
7, Patriots nothing. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. Making some progress here. So they're going to begin from the 36 as he's brought down.
1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. May off the play fake. Pass is caught. That's Darnell Mooney. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on 1st down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. He will go! Touchdown, New England! The Patriots finish off their opening drive. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here. 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. George Pickens, the intended target. So it's 2nd down coming up.
That's a pretty cool look right there of the kind of coverage you're going to see when you play man-to-man. On that down and distance, you've got to be sharp on the outside. That DB certainly was.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. They'll throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
Complete to
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
Motion.
Dropping back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Intended target there was for Jalen Noel. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
Kate, I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that 3rd down stop.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
New England bringing the offense to the line. 1st and 10. Going play action. May. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. Looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
Quarterback of his renown, Kate, I'm not surprised at all to see him throw it into double coverage early. And that incompletion, well, it's just going to fuel his confidence that much more to keep forcing it.
Back to the air. It's May. Short pass brought in. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
It's a nickel set for the Cowboys on this 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Blown back, it's the handoff. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Four yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. May now from the gun. It is caught left side. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he set out. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
1st down, New England.
Operating from the gun. Here's May. Connects on the crosser. And he is into the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots break the tie here in the 1st. This is Fitzgerald trying to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Patriots take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st.
Cowboys 7.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
35-yard line.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. He's dropping back to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. And that is the end of our first quarter. It's a 14-7 game. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They're looking at first down here. Back to throw. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Those windows over the middle, the congestion, just the mass of people. If you're not on time and on target, you're not going to find a completion, especially on that down and distance.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. A third down run with Blue. And he's across midfield into Patriots territory. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
From the gun on third down. Got his man. This is Noel. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Get him an 18-yard pickup there. And that'll be good for a Dallas first down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
New set of downs for him from the 31. On first down, it's Blue. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Now looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
Complete to George Pickens. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3. He gets it out left, and it's gone. He will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
Just excellent effort on that catch, and a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
They go heavy on this 1st and goal. 3 tight ends in the formation. Fullback's got it. Look at the power. The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's 2nd and goal. That's not the way you want to go. Wrong way there. The push sends him backwards to the 6.
You get to these goal-to-goal situations, you know what a win is defensively, Kate? It's stalemate. Just don't let them go forward. When you actually knock them backwards as they just did, you've now energized your whole group defensively.
Third and goal now from the 6 after that last play. Back to throw. And he's got it. Has a way up for it, but touchdown. The Cowboys can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Cowboys tie things up at 14.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. No return here. This kick's going to wind up as a touchback.
Take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for first and 10. From the gun, it's May. Caught into the hands of Fryermuth. And they are all the way into that red zone.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got first and 10 from the red zone. From the red zone now. Complete out to the right. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. Drawing up the design keeper. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with first and goal.
Just keep on continuing the evolution of the wide receivers as runners. You know, that used to just be a gadget play, Kate. Then you see it more and more between the 20s, and now we're seeing it even in the red zone. Get your playmakers the ball.
4 downs to get this across. Here's first and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
So from the 3, here's second and goal. Working now from the gun. Escapes the pocket. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
I'll give this quarterback credit. He bought as much time as he could, but eventually the only option left was to throw it away.
Last play stopped short. Still 3 yards to gain. Third and goal. To throw. Here's May. And it's incomplete on third and goal. A close game is going to stay close, Brock, so long as plays like that are being made in big situations.
Yeah, in these tight games, you got to have your defense making plays just like that in the red zone. Here we got a defender in particular coming through with a big hit to keep points off the board.
Fitzgerald sends this through, and they've taken back the lead.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here, 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play sat down behind the line.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
Back to throw now. He sure gave us all to make that play, but it hits the deck. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Third and long for him here. And he's brought down beyond the marker. So a first down for them as we've hit the 2-minute warning. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Dallas first down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunk of yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap will get to Blue. And they'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Throwing off the play fake. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked out by Marte Mapu. Will not get a pick 6. He's out of bounds just shy of the end zone.
I don't know about you, but I'm a little surprised that one didn't make it all the way back for 6. Took some amazing effort from the guys making the tackle to save a touchdown, but still an outstanding return from a defense that sensed they needed the big play, and they found it.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. He gets crushed behind the line, and the ball comes out. And this is going to be Cowboys football. Not a ton after the recovery, so they're going to take possession deep in their own territory.
Hey, Kate, these last few minutes make me want to look away. And a really rough series of events here for an old retired quarterback to watch.
Wish you could see him up here. All these turnovers not doing it for you, partner?
Well, the interception, I mean, start there. But immediately then fumbling the ball right back over, that's none too good either. And they know they just fumbled away a critical opportunity.
Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. On the give, it's Blue. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Up the middle, Blue. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
He lobs this up, left sideline, looking for something big. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. And he gets it away from his end zone. All right, so we're only going to have enough time for one more snap here before we reach halftime.
The Cowboys' 42-yard line.
Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. All right, they're going to call a timeout. 3 seconds left. That means one last play in this half. With only 3 seconds remaining, they're going to bring out that field goal unit. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Here's a reverse. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Patriots lining up. It's 1st and 10. May. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8. 2nd down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Man in motion here. Throwing is May. Finds the in route complete. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
They've got first down here from the 36. They kick the running back in motion. Here's a design run. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Yeah, it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
May now. Buys time, rolling right. Rolling, and takes a deep shot. Brought in, inside the 20. Touchdown, New England. The Patriots grow the lead coming out of halftime. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st and 3. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. This is Fitzgerald trying to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Patriots bump the lead up to 13 points.
Cowboys 14.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. And he'll take a knee in the end zone for a touchback.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Dive play straight ahead. And the power play up the gut results in 2 yards.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
At the 37-yard line.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Throwing from the gun here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Pass play now. He has the first over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Who gets the hand out? It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Play made by Deron Payne.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
What do you want?
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
Couldn't find a completion on first down. Not on the same page with his tight end. So second down coming up.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's second and 10. They'll work against the blitz. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be stopped about a half second before he can pick up the first. Ball down to the 26.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Here comes play number 8 of the drive, 3rd and 1. Oh, and they're going to have the fullback try and power for it. And this is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
On first down, they'll run. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Design quarterback run here. That draw is snuffed out. Didn't really have a chance, and they're going to back him up for 3rd down.
QB runs can be some of the most difficult plays for these defenses, but not for the defense right there. Did their homework, and they get an A+ for how they defended that play.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Here he goes, 3rd and long. This one's caught. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Fullback trying to power him across. And he's in for the touchdown. The Cowboys start the second half with some needed points. If there's an argument for continuing to rely on a fullback, Brock, it is plays just like that remind us. They're pretty good at barreling in for touchdowns when they're given the chance.
And you know the greatest fullback name ever? Maybe you need to name your son Sam Gash. Because that dude, when I think fullback, I think Sam Gash just gashing people for touchdowns.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Return starts at the 3. He's got a lane up past the 30. And they'll be looking at some decent field position. He's out of bounds up towards the 35. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. A gain of 15 there. And that's a New England 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
It's a big hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. It's a gain of 22. And the Patriots will have a first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Gets it running a sweep. And they got to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Not the big play they were hoping for when you call a jet sweep, but at the very least, it got him some positive yards. Things could have easily gone backwards there.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's the Patriots with it, currently holding a not-so-comfortable lead here. Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. They'll air it out on 3rd. Forced out to his right. That one's complete, right side. And that is a great stop to deny him the marker. It's going to be 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4. Trying to push this past the marker. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. So they hit him for 5 yards on 4th down, and they get the successful conversion. They'll come up on 1st and 10.
New England.
Now give left side. And he is into the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots make it a 2-possession game here in the 4th. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
One after is good by Fitzgerald. And the Patriots bump the lead up to 13 points.
Cowboys 21.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Short pass brought in. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Trying to find his tight end. So it'll be 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. They're throwing it. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked out by Marte Apu.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
They'll run here on 1st down. Here he goes again. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. He gets 16 yards on that play. And that's a New England 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Back to the well again. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer. Now, I think they're going to have to stop things here. Yep, and they just did. One of the Patriots is hurt. Going to need some help out there. Cowboys bringing out an extra defensive back on 3rd. To the air on 3rd and long. Setting up the running back screen. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
From the gun, Taylor. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Here we go, right up the gut. The stand continues. This one doesn't even make it back to the line, Brock, and it sets up 4th and goal. And now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's 2nd. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game.
A 30-yard attempt.
Fitzgerald sends this through. And that'll give them a 16-point advantage.
Well, it's hard to call that the official moment that sealed this win, but up 16 here in the 4th, it's going to take a heck of a sequence of events to see this game tied back up.
Turpin with a return. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30.
At their own 26-yard line.
Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Setting up to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Unable to find Jalen Noel with that one. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Now it's blue. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Cowboys down by 16. Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's first down. He'll look to throw. It's Pickens with a catch outright. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be good for Dallas first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Pass play coming here. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
We've learned how valuable sacks in a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball, and they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
Second down pass play coming. Hits his running back. He's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid 3rd down.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Here he is to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable in an incomplete.
Now, can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. Now blue. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down at that 17-yard line. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Into the hands of Harris on the slant. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Goal to go. They're passing. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now it'll be 3rd and goal.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
Throwing now. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked up by Marte Mafu.
You knew it before this drive started that field goal was not going to be good enough. But that meant the coverage also knew how to play it, how to concentrate.